Australians will be rightly appalled by what they're witnessing in their nation's parliament.
After an extraordinary day in Canberra, Australia's political crisis grows. Tonight, all the latest on the chaos and exactly what it means for the country.
Plus, Tommy sits down with pop princess Kesha, and we're joined live in the studio by the delightful Magda Jabinsky. This is The Project.
Good evening, welcome to The Project. Joining me tonight, Dr. Andrew Rochford, Rachel Corbett and Mr. Tommy Leno. Great to have you here.
Yeah, I just need to clear something up. There hasn't been a spill. I haven't knifed Waleed. Okay?
I do remember, though, one time you were on a couple of years ago, it was the night of the spill. You have a thing with spills.
Yeah, whenever I want the government overthrown, I just show up and host the project. That's what happens.
It has been an extraordinary day in Canberra with developments at breakneck speed. A defiant Prime Minister Turnbull is digging his heels in, demanding proof he's lost majority support, while Peter Dutton, Scott Morrison and Julie Bishop will throw their hats in the ring if there is a spill at midday tomorrow. We are officially in uncharted waters. Love the House of Cards music there. Political commentator Sam Maiden is right in the middle of the madness of Parliament House. Oh, Sam, we speak again. What are you hearing? What is happening in Canberra right now?
Because if he can't have it, he wants to make damn sure that Peter Dutton can't either. And so now we have a three-way contest emerging between Peter Dutton, Scott Morrison and Julie Bishop.
So has Malcolm Turnbull called Dutton's bluff here earlier on this afternoon, saying I need the 43 signatures? What time is it now? It's just after 6:30 and we still haven't got all 43?
We still haven't got all 43, but clearly everyone recognises that this situation is untenable. And how could the Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, continue to run a government where up to half of his front bench have quit, including the leading lights that really are the government?
Sam, it is a mess and I'm absolutely sick of it. Let's just assume there is going to be a spill tomorrow. I just love just a definite one-word answer from you. Is it going to be J Bish? Is it going to be ScoMo? Or is it going to be Dutton?
I'll give you three words, which is I don't know.
Oh,
I suspect that
you
it is
know
going to
so
be
much more than I do, Sam. Give us something.
I suspect it's going to be Scott Morrison.
$700 on Scott Morrison, thank you.
Joel, we'll be chatting to you again tomorrow to see how it all unfolded. Sam, thanks for your time.
We've heard so much from so many politicians, but I reckon one really summed up exactly how everybody in the nation is feeling and really got the inner anger, and that was Richard Di Natale today. Check it out.
You are so focused on yourselves that you have forgotten what the country elected you to do.
Excellent point.
You really want to believe that not all politicians are the same, don't you?
Oh,
At the
yeah.
moment you feel a little bit like you're all just as bad as each other, and you see that and you think, no, there hope that someone can cut through and do the right thing.
Politicians are important,
Yeah.
and yet after this you go, why would you want to do it? You last a year, get a knife in the back and everyone hates you.
Yeah, and I think they
Keep getting
forget that they work for us. Anyway, coming up, still to come, Kesha, Kyle Sandilands and Magda Jabinsky. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to The Project.
Let's see what's making news this Thursday, the 23rd of August, and Brisbane man Alex McEwen has today been sentenced to life in prison after he was found guilty of murdering Korean exchange student Onji Ban in 2013. The 22-year-old was brutally attacked as she walked to work. Her family broke down in court when the verdict was delivered. The judge ruled McEwen remains a danger to the community. And the RACQ pet search, which was fraught with drama, has crowned its winner. Things got a bit rough when two favourites at the centre of a vote rigging scandal, Miss Coconut the cat and Billy the bulldog, were disqualified, but they threw Bailey, the 10-year-old Groodle, a bone, naming him top dog for his adorable ability to catch his toys.
Tell you what, nothing is off limit to the Russians, is it?
No. What state of affairs are we in when even the dogs have gone to the dogs? Like,
Do you want to know the bad part about this story?
No, don't bring it down.
That's
That's great fish. We like seeing that.
Bailey has died and he didn't find out that he actually won.
Aww.
That is genuinely serious.
that really ruins the Bailey for Prime Minister joke I was about to make.
Thinking of Bailey's family.
Guys, there was a fire in Adelaide. No one got hurt though, so it's okay. Some neighbours were interviewed. Have a listen to this legend's thoughts.
Police car comes zooming down, and then I just kept looking out till I got that cold. I went back to bed.
Actually went back to bed.
We got heaps more of The Project coming up. Stay with us.
Coming up, Confused about what's going down in Canberra? Never fear, we'll break it down into bite-sized pieces. And Tommy catches up with US music superstar Kesha. You're watching The Project.
Hey, we've got Linda here. Linda, tell the people what is coming up.
Coming up, we have Magda, Kyle, and you talk to Kesha.
Oh, is one of those people going to be Prime Minister?
No.
Oh, okay, worth a shot.
Welcome back. You're watching The Project.
Hey guys, Kesha is back at the top of the charts after a roller coaster decade. If you've not been paying attention, then here's what you've missed. Would you please welcome Kesha? You're a woman that's been through so much, but I also know there's so much that, fair enough, you just don't want to talk about. Are you just ready to have fun again?
Oh, I'm having fun.
Your attitude on stage of just don't pass out is my attitude when I'm partying. I'm covered in tattoos, and I just noticed when you put your hands up then, you have tattoos on your palms. Did that... Was that
yeah, I do.
Why did you do it?
Because it looks cool.
Kesha, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, and I'll see you at my show.
I'll see you soon.
All right, still to come, Kyle Sandilands reveals why he's decided to go all Judge Judy. We'll see you in a minute.
Welcome back. You're watching The Project.
From dead man walking to potential political escape artists. Yep, today was a hell of a day for Malcolm Turnbull. Hugh Rimmington is right in the guts of this one. Hugh, you broke the Section 44 story on Monday. It didn't make a huge difference to Dutton getting a fairly large chunk of the votes on that first spill. Has anything changed since then?
Now, since then, people have been able to reflect on what it just might mean to have a potential future Prime Minister under a constitutional cloud where they could be disqualified by the High Court on the grounds of their eligibility through these financial interests in the childcare centres. Now, if that was to happen, it could lead to a circumstance where if the High Court was to rule on it, particularly if it came after an election, if they went to an early election, a High Court could rule that everything that Peter Dutton had done as a Prime Minister was invalid. Not just that, but also the fact that it's starting to dawn on them that Peter Dutton is not hugely loved out at the electorate at large, and it may direct them to look to someone who might seem a little safer, who will achieve their aims of re-kicking the government.
Hugh, how do you feel about being Peter Dutton's sworn enemy now?
Well, I've had enemies in the past with Kalashnikov, so I should be okay with it.
All right, Hugh, thanks so much for that. We'll leave it there. All right, well, Steve Price has his fingers on so many Liberal pulses, and he joins us now. Pricey, party room midday tomorrow at this stage. What do you think is going to happen?
So this is far from over. I wouldn't be putting any money on a midday meeting tomorrow. This might drag out Carrie for at least another 2 weeks.
Dutton, Morrison, Bishop, is Tony Abbott in there? Is there anyone else that's going to throw their hat in the ring?
Well, the first bloke we should talk about is the selfish egomaniac that is Malcolm Turnbull. He's lost 13 of his ministers. This is all of Malcolm Turnbull's making. He didn't have to call a spill on Tuesday, and we wouldn't even be having this discussion. If it all goes to a meeting at midday tomorrow, we could see Prime Minister Julie Bishop, the first female Prime Minister from the Liberal Party in charge of the country.
Well, it's all going to be very interesting, Pricey, and I'm pretty sure the only thing that we're all certain of right now is that Australian politics, the best thing in it is the sausage sizzle. Thanks, Pricey.
Thank you.
This is a joke. Are we going to end up at a by-election? I mean, are we going to be voting for another Prime Minister?
The voter turnout would be the smallest we've ever seen.
I
think people are so disillusioned by the whole thing.
I'm also genuinely surprised that this keeps happening, purely because since this happened with the Rudd Gillard one at the beginning, it's never worked out well for the person who takes over from the sitting PM. So it's never a good strategy.
Because the ego say, but it will work out for me.
Yes,
it didn't work out for them, but it would be different for me.
It's not. Just sit in the seat, we voted for you, get it done and run the country.
Thanks, Ray.
My pleasure.
We've got to take a break. We'll see you on the other side.
Coming up, from footy boots to fishing trips, Carrie's got some good news she'd like to share. And something else to make us all smile, Magda Jabinsky on her way. This is The Project. Welcome back to The Project.
Hey guys, let's have a look at what's on next week's Sunday Project.
From actor to activist, no one speaks their mind like Jane Fonda.
This is the beginning of my last act. I just thought, I've got to find who I really am.
Sunday, don't miss our exclusive live interview.
As I lost so much, I finally started to find myself.
6:30 on The Sunday Project.
Exactly.
After a hard day.
Forget about all the other stuff.
Yeah.
All right, now moving on. Since taking the helm of the marriage equality campaign, our next guest has been a passionate voice in Australian political landscape, especially on Twitter. Please welcome Magda Szubanski. All right, Magda, let's kick things off here. Has Australia gone mad?
No, Australia hasn't, but I think the political class has. I mean, it's reprehensible, isn't it, to down tools while you have a squabble amongst yourselves. I mean, who gets paid to just decide to not do their job? It's crazy.
You tweeted about Tony Abbott. We've got a tweet here. You said, so Abbott will sacrifice Dutton in the first challenge. Will he then make his move? Do you think he's behind this?
I think it's pretty broadly being said. I think two of the very disruptive factors have been the egos of Rudd and Abbott, on either side, and really they should just do the damn job.
Well, we found some secret footage from you, from back in the day. This is a leaked tape, and I don't know if anybody else has seen it. No, this is you from Big Girls Blast back in the day. Have a look.
Sit down, it's vote one hard now. Well, press that down and put in hard. Vote one hard, vote one hard.
Oh, really? Now, hang on a minute, Fee. Howard's out. There's been a spill peacocks back here.
Who's Susan?
Yes, I guess so.
She's not peacock, she's renewed. Oh, is it Sangster?
Spills are nothing new to you.
No. But look, I actually have not taken... It was marriage equality, I think, that really opened up my eyes. But also, I think, since Trump, a lot of us have felt the need to step up and become politically engaged and speak for that moderate, sensible middle ground.
Moving on from politics, you're as part of...
I'm here.
No, yeah, that's it.
I'm moving my necklace because it was hitting my microphone.
That's it, exactly.
It looks like you hate the interview so much you're trying to strangle yourself to end it.
I didn't want to say that. Where are we going? I don't know.
I mean, let's go from let's go from funerals to weddings. You're on Neighbours soon, the celebrant.
In September, yeah, I know. They're having their first official, gay same-sex marriage. And they said, would I be the celebrant? And I was like, fabulous. Yes. Do you know, I told Boo, Leah Delaria, who's a friend of mine from Orange is the New Black, full on, and I said to her, I'm going to be the celebrant. And Neighbours, she went, oh my God, that is so camp. I love that. That is so camp. So it's got a kind of weird cool about it, which is great. It's a very historic, beautiful moment, and the boys play it beautifully.
All right, very much looking forward to that. Details of Magda's funeral at the Melbourne's Writing Festival is on our website. Would you please thank Magda Szubanski?